my name is Brendan and this is my partner, Kyle.
Hello and welcome to Channel 4 News San Diego. Today we're going to talk about the Holocaust and why Hitler wanted to create the perfect race when he was not a part of it.
Tonight we will be covering a story on the Holocaust. I am currently standing on the grounds of one of the worst concentration camps ever created, Auschwitz. Behind me are some of the housing barracks that the Jews were forced into. Iconic sites of Auschwitz.
Today we are walking into the entrance of Birkenau. This is one of the crematoriums they used to burn the Jews during the Holocaust. Here we see is one of the many gas chambers that the Nazis used to exterminate the Jews.
Just moments ago we were standing outside the housing barracks at Auschwitz.
Right now we are walking down the main road into Birkenau, the reception center of the Nazi death camp, Auschwitz.
We'll now be going to our exclusive interview with a Holocaust survivor.
With a Nazi death camp survivor from Auschwitz, Ezekiel Rabinowitz.
Hello. I was born on September 5th, 1935, and in 1939 when the war started, I was sent on a cattle car to Auschwitz.
So how were the cattle cars like?
They were very traumatizing and depressing. Many people died every day, and food was scarce.
Why do you think you and your family were sent to Auschwitz?
I believe me and my family were sent to Auschwitz because Hitler was trying to ethnically cleanse the Jewish race. He did this by putting us in crematories, gas chambers, and committing random shootings. It was also very scary because...
So, what were your initial reactions when the Nazis came to your door and told you to pack your stuff?
It was initially very scary because we didn't know where we were going or what would be happening to us. And we had a short amount of time to pack our stuff up too. We didn't take many valuables because we didn't know where we would be going either, and we were eventually put to a ghetto and put into cattle cars with very poor living conditions.
Earlier we took a look at the housing barracks behind us. We are now standing on a grassy hillside outside of the camp. Ezekiel, what was your barrack like?
It was very hard. There were up to 4 people, up to a bunk. My housing barrack was on the left, the Peace Fellas one. It was extremely hard.
Thank you, Ezekiel, for volunteering for this interview. I know this subject can be very emotional for you.
Thank you for having me here. It was a real pleasure knowing that someone understands what I went through and knowing that someone sympathizes with me about the Holocaust. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hi, we are here with a former SS soldier, Peterson. Why weren't you sent as an inmate to the concentration camps?
I think so because I was a perfect race of blonde hair and blue eyes, and that was Hitler's philosophy, to have everyone be like that.
What are your thoughts on why Hitler wanted to create a perfect race when he wasn't even part of it?
My thoughts why Hitler wanted to create a perfect race, he wasn't even a part of it, was because he used his speeches to touch us as individuals, and his speeches were very inspiring, and he made us want to follow him into anything he did.
What were some of the ways that you were ordered to murder the prisoners?
I was ordered to select certain prisoners to assign them to the crematories, and then if any of the prisoners were slacking on their duties, I was ordered to shoot them immediately. And then I had to drop the Zyklon B gas into the gas chambers to kill them all.
Tell us why you believe in Hitler's idea of the perfect race.
I believe in Hitler's idea of the perfect race because he wanted everyone to be blonde hair and blue eyes, and that made me and my neighbors feel a sense of importance.
We will now move away from our personal interviews with Ezekiel Rabinowitz and Peterson to an interview sent to us by a viewer regarding his experiences as an SS guard and what he had to go through.
There are even those who deny the reality of what took place here. And it was to confront them that Oskar Gröning finally broke his silence about his own personal history.
I see it as my task, now at my age, to face up to these things that I experienced and to oppose the Holocaust deniers who claim that Auschwitz never happened. And that's why I'm here today, because I want to tell those deniers. I have seen the crematoria. I have seen the burning pits. And I want you to believe me that these atrocities happened. I was there.
1,300,000 people were sent to Auschwitz during the 4.5 years of its existence. 1,100,000 of them died here.
Besides the few SS guards that knew Hitler on a personal basis, some of Hitler's close acquaintances gave us insight into his perfect race idea and some background of his early life.
Who was Adolf Hitler? A half-century later, we ask the question again.
He was like a meteor. He struck and was there for 1,000 years, which turned out to be 10 or 12, and disappeared, taking with him the German nation, as it was known before.
Oh, God. Oh.
To me, and not only to me, he was a genius, but only of the evil. And that's what the point the Germans did not know before years he was in power.
What he said about himself very often was he was a man who came from nowhere. He was also a man who disappeared into nowhere.
One German general called Hitler a solitary creature who followed a solitary path, with only his gigantic plans for company.
I had the occasion to talk to him without any other company. And I told him we will have the opportunity to attack London when London is covered by fog, and we can fly with everything we have ready, even with the Junker 52, like we did in Warsaw. And he said, stop it, stop it. I don't want to hear this. The whole attack on England is against my opinion, against my willing. I could stop it. The English population is of such high class, and they are so similar to the Germans that I hate to fight England.
Hitler's idea of the perfect race was false. No human has ever been perfect or ever will be. Just like Jews and all other humans, Aryans have flaws. Thank you for joining us tonight with our special guests, Peterson and Ezekiel Rabinowitz.
See you next time, San Diego. Channel 4 News, signing out.
Hello, my name is Ezekiel Rabinowitz. Thank you for watching this very special edition of Channel 4 News San Diego. The Holocaust was a huge tragedy, and many suffered by the hands of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi regime. It is important that we look back on this situation now with anger, but with love, kindness, and respect for others. Hitler tried to create a perfect race and only point out his own imperfections, meaning that he had brown hair and brown eyes. But his moral values were very extreme and irrational. Thank you for watching again.